Ancient Bulgarians feasted on dog meat. Archaeological evidence confirms 2,500-year-old practice. Archaeological research in Bulgaria has uncovered compelling evidence that dog meat was consumed as a delicacy, not out of necessity, by people living in the region 2,500 years ago. The findings, published in the International Journal of Osteoarchaeology, reveal systematic butchering of dogs alongside other livestock, indicating this was a cultural practice rather than a survival tactic. Beyond subsistence, dogs as food in Thracian society, the study, led by zooarchaeologist Stella Nikolova, examined skeletal remains from 10 Iron Age archaeological sites across Bulgaria. These sites, dating back to the time of the Thracians, a cultural group north of the Greeks, showed clear cut marks on dog bones, suggesting they were processed for meat. Unlike later periods, where dogs were more often companions, the evidence suggests they were treated as livestock. Nikolova explains, dog meat was not a necessity eaten out of poverty, as these sites are rich in livestock. This is crucial because it reframes the assumption that dog consumption was solely driven by scarcity. The presence of abundant livestock, combined with deliberate butchering of dogs, points to a deliberate culinary choice. Archaeological evidence. Butchery marks and feasting remains at Emporion Pasteiros, a major Iron Age trade center. Archaeologists uncovered over 80,000 animal bones. Dogs comprise 2% of the total, with nearly 20% displaying butchery marks from metal tools. Even more telling, some lower jaws showed burned teeth, likely from hair removal before cooking. The cuts on the dog bones closely mirrored those found on sheep and cattle, indicating standardized butchering practices. The focus on muscle-rich areas like the hind limbs and ribs further supports the idea of systematic meat consumption. The bones were found mixed with feast remains and domestic waste, suggesting that dog meat was integrated into both communal events and daily life. Cultural context. A wider Mediterranean tradition, this practice wasn't unique to the Thracians. Historical accounts mention cynophagy, dog meat consumption, among the ancient Greeks, and archaeological studies have confirmed its presence in Greece. Nikolova's research expands this understanding, showing that dog meat was also eaten in present-day Romania. We cannot label dog meat consumption as unique to ancient Thrace, but a somewhat regular practice that was carried out in the first millennium BC in the northeast Mediterranean. The study concludes, this suggests a broader regional trend that challenges modern taboos about consuming dog meat. Future research. Changing attitudes toward dogs. Nikolova's ongoing work through the Corpus Animalium Thracicorum project will further investigate the changing role of dogs at Pasteiros. Later in the Iron Age, people began burying intact dogs, hinting at a shift in cultural attitudes. Whether this transition meant that dogs became less acceptable as food remains to be seen. In conclusion, archaeological evidence from Bulgaria confirms that ancient Thracians regularly consumed dog meat as part of their culinary traditions. This practice, shared across the Mediterranean, underscores the complex relationship between humans and animals throughout history, one where dogs were sometimes viewed as livestock rather than companions.